So hi there, welcome to this All About Amazing Frankincense webinar. See if I can, I've got the sunlight. Maybe I will pull one of these down. Hang on. It's probably not the right one, but we're going to go with it. So I'm Melinda Baxter of Pathways to Health. See if I can shift that line across my face. Anyway, not going to happen. And I'm a little bit immobilized because I'm on crutches, so we're just going to have to go with it. So I'm so excited you're here, and so most of you are going to be listening to the recording, but this is a wonderful webinar about a great oil, and I see which one I am going to pull. It's not right in my face. All right, that will do it, and then we can bring that one back up. Okay, good. So I am going to open up a presentation that I've put together, a PowerPoint on frankincense, and this is a fabulous month to be talking about frankincense with the Christmas season. Obviously, if you're a Christian and you celebrate Christmas, or you're not a Christian but you know the biblical stories, right? And we all know about frankincense and myrrh being given to the baby Jesus in his manger after he was born. But there are so many applications for frankincense. You know, we have that sort of traditional association, but there's so much to be utilized in modern day for our own health with regard to frankincense. So I'm going to start the PowerPoint. And let's get up to the top. All right. So let me just close that out for now. So frankincense is considered to be a precious oil, right? It was considered a precious oil in the biblical times, and it is still a precious oil. So as you can see here, this fun fact, right, that there were a few things that were considered to be more valuable than frankincense in the ancient world. And it was incredibly prized for its usages, and primarily as a spiritual commodity. But I have to believe that they must have been using frankincense for its healing properties as well. So when I first was looking into researching this webinar, it was really fun to do some learning about. I knew it was sourced, at least doTERRA, which is the company that I work with that I'm talking about, their frankincense, that they harvested their frankincense in Somalia. And they utilize a couple different varieties of frankincense. So it's got more than just one compound or from one tree, which makes it even more effective and also more sustainably resourced because of that, not just using one variety of frankincense. Okay, so you can see there we're showing a bottle of the oil and the resin, that it's extracted with steam, and that the aromatic description, warm, spicy, and clean, and then Somalia is where we are getting this from. And at the bottom, you can see there's a recipe for a clay mask, because frankincense is really, really, really good for skin and to prevent aging skin, or working on aging spots, or working on, like if you have some keratosis, some of that dry skin that can be from sun damage, can be really helpful for that. So bentonite clay, phenomenal detoxifying clay. So mixing that with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, which is helping with the pH of the skin, drop of frankincense, drop of lavender, and melaleuca, all great skin oils. So that's a little nice tip for your skin. And here's a picture of the tree. I think they're really cool looking. Interesting looking trees. Now, when the Somalians that we are hiring to go, working with to go source the frankincense, they are getting all the resources they need to do this safely, because the frankincense trees are often in remote locations and in dicey places to access. So they can be cliff exposure. It's not uncommon for Somalis who are going to harvest frankincense that don't have good support in somebody like doTERRA, who's giving them the ropes and things they need to go do this safely. that every year there are people that fall and break their legs or even lose their lives trying to harvest the frankincense. It is an important source of income for many people in Somalia. Unfortunately, because it's so prized and because the market value of it is so high, there is little care being given to managing the trees and this as this precious resource, except unless they're working with doTERRA, and then the trees that they're working with, they are managing incredibly closely. But because by and large, much of the people that are sourcing it do not have that care because they're just trying to survive, that a lot of the trees are in jeopardy. So I want to go to this next slide, which talks about the sourcing. And doTERRA has an initiative called their co-impact sourcing, which means that they're working with communities closely, cutting out the middleman so that the communities and people that they're working with to source, whether it be frankincense or vetiver in Haiti or wintergreen and spikenard in Nepal, they're working in a lot of third world countries, and they do so in a way that is respectful of not only the plants or the trees or whatever, the roots that they are harvesting, but also that is respectful of the people who are doing the work for doTERRA to get these products to them so that they can be distilled into an oil and that they get fair market pricing. Not only do they get fair market pricing, they also often, doTERRA will go in and see what else is needed there. Is a health center needed? Is a school needed? Clean water needed, right? And so they are really, really respectful of the people that they're working with. And on the event page on Facebook, I will link a great video to one of the women in Somalia who works with doTERRA, talking about how much it's transformed her life and subsequently will transform her daughter's life to be able to do this work with doTERRA and make a decent living. So as you can see here, if you've been reading this while I've been talking, that there's, as I've mentioned already, that there's a lot of danger involved with harvesting the frankincense, and that it's a long process, and that they are out in the field for a long period of time so that they can actually get the job done. And they want to really make sure they go into the field, people with doTERRA, to make sure that the trees are being taken care of, that they're not being over scarred, because they have to score the bark of the tree to get the sap or the resin to run, right? Think about a pine tree. If you live in Maine, or my house and my driveway with all these, I have big white pines that line my driveway, and this year has been particularly challenging because there's been just a ton of pitch. The tree is exuding its resin, its pitch, and pine pitch even has medicinal properties. These are properties the pitch is nourishing and protecting to the tree itself, and so it then affords and imparts those properties to us, right? So this page is talking about that process. So when they score the tree, and then the resin that comes out, it's called the tears, and then this is what gets sorted and determined as to the quality of it and whether it's going to then be distilled down into the essential oil. So responsibility and integrity are two hugely important pieces of doTERRA's business practices, and it's a big reason why I've come to really love this company. I didn't get involved with the company knowing about that piece so much, but as I've learned about not only their responsibility with how they harvest the oils, but their charitable arm, the giving hands, they just do a lot of really, really good work in the world, and I feel proud to be a part of what they're doing. So we're going to skip over this because the link doesn't actually work that I embedded. I tried that last time, and like I said, I'll post that link on the event page. So doTERRA has really focused strongly on bringing the most efficacious and therapeutic blend of frankincense trees together in the oil that they then bottle and bring to us. And because of their care in doing this research and really having some really high level scientists and doctors on board to make sure that they're producing the purest, most therapeutic grade frankincense oil that's available on the market. There may be other brands that have good frankincense. You know, I'm not aware of anybody who is doing what this company is doing to really get this high-level oil into our hands that we can really utilize on a daily basis for our overall health and wellness. So I want to just go over some primary benefits. The 3 primary benefits that frankincense confers onto us. And I will say that, you know, all with this oil, just taking a drink of my tea, this oil and many of the oils that frankincense creates can be used not only externally, you know, aromatically, topically, but can also be used internally. The ones that have a supplemental fact label on the bottle can be used internally. Right now, you don't take that lightly. You know, if you go to a grocery store, even Whole Foods, and buy essential oils off of their shelf, I would not use those internally, and they're not going to have a supplemental fact label on the bottle. Most of those oils, if not all of them, have been adulterated with some kind of agent that dilutes the actual oil. So it's cheaper to fabricate, right? Or it's cheaper to make, right? You don't fabricate essential oils. Essential oils are essential oils. You fabricate a product that's been cut with something. And most of the oils out there that are readily available have been cut with something. And they might smell good, but they are not going to confer therapeutic benefits. So you want to be really, really careful about where you're getting your oils. I would not go buy doTERRA on Amazon, for example. Many people in our company have had the experience of somebody getting an oil off of Amazon and having an adverse effect, or it not being pure, that it's been messed with. So you want to know your sources for where you're getting your oils. So that's my little disclaimer sidebar there. So frankincense, because it's, you know, the blend is 3 different varieties of frankincense, and so there's different compounds that are interacting in our frankincense at doTERRA, and these compounds work at a cellular level. So when we put that oil into our water and drink some, or directly a drop in the mouth, that it's going to go into the bloodstream, and it's going to have an effect at the cellular level. Okay, they've scientifically, you know, documented this, that inside and outside of the cell, it's going to promote repair. Okay, so obviously we know one of the biggest illnesses that is based at a cellular level, where cells have gone wrong, right, is cancer. So we want to promote cellular health in all the ways that we can, and frankincense is an awesome way to help you do that. The second thing it does that's really important is it mitigates against high levels of inflammation in the body at the cellular level. So inflammation has been shown, systemic inflammation has been shown to be the root of many of the illnesses that we're finding so prevalent right now, like Parkinson's and cancer and Alzheimer's, right? And even diabetes. So there are a lot of reasons why we want to mitigate inflammation. Like, I am a health coach, and one of the things that I do as part of my practice is run seasonal cleanses. And my seasonal cleanse, the diet that is that we utilize is based on an anti-inflammatory diet. When our body's inflamed, not only do we not feel well, we might have brain fog, we might have pain in our body, but we might not. We might have gut issues, but we won't lose weight, right? We won't. Some of our functions just go on hold while there's inflammation in the body. So our body is not working optimally when we're inflamed, and you may not even know you're inflamed, right? So if you're listening to this or you're watching this webinar, know that in January I am leading a team cleanse for our doTERRA team, with my materials and the cleanse kit materials if you choose to use them with doTERRA. And I'm doing this at a vastly reduced rate than I normally would charge, just in, you know, when it's just for the general public. So whether you're a part of doTERRA already and you want to do this, or you're thinking of joining doTERRA and you do so before that first Sunday in January, you can be a part of this cleanse and work on your inflammation in your body through diet, through supplemental therapeutic activities, dry skin brushing, oil pulling, and utilizing the oils and the supplements to support that cleansing process. Super important to do that a couple times a year, and especially after coming off the holidays. You can absolutely cleanse in winter when you're doing it in a thoughtful way, okay, like we will be. So just keep that in mind. So the other third really important piece that that frankincense offers is that it's a high antioxidant oil. So antioxidants are super important. Clove is another really high, highest of all actually, of actually any substance, I believe. Our local scientific source, who's on the medical advisory board for doTERRA, has said that clove is the highest on the ORAC scale, which is the antioxidant scale. So frankincense is incredibly high as well, okay, which prevents the creation of free radicals, okay, which is when, and we're not going to get into science any more than this, it's when the cell loses an electron and becomes unstable. And unstable cells are not what we want to have in our body. We want our cellular structure to be stable. And so frankincense helps to keep the cells stable through its antioxidant properties. Okay, and if you have any questions, I know, Quinn, you can't talk, but if you want to write a question in the chat box, you can do that or speak up. Okay, so some of the other benefits of frankincense, okay, helping to reduce stress, negative emotions. So that's more on the aromatic side of things. We've been talking primarily about internal. And I started there because those are really the most profound effects that frankincense can have. And should back up for a moment and say, you know, I mentioned I'm on crutches, and I have been on crutches for over 8 weeks, and because of a knee injury in October and subsequent knee surgery. And most every day I've been utilizing frankincense externally and internally, along with some other essential oils like clove, as I mentioned, and a few others. So it really is an important oil to have when you're healthy, but also when you're dealing with something. So it's known to help reduce stress. You know, if you are feeling rich in oil, you can add some to your bath. You know, you can just put some on your hand and breathe it in. You can diffuse it. You can put it on the bottoms of your feet. So really, really lovely oil, aromatically as well. Helps boost the immune system. You want to be, you know, which we do now in the wintertime, we want to be helping to boost our immune systems. So dealing with helping to fight cancer or deal with chemotherapy, if you, Dr. Josh Axe is, you know, in a movie that I think it's called The Truth About Cancer or something. I haven't actually watched it yet, but one of my friends who I work with doTERRA has seen it and said, that's when she maybe really want to get involved with the oils, because they talk a lot about the benefits of oils, and in particular frankincense with cancer and chemotherapy side effects. So it's astringent, helps to prevent germs and bacteria. As I mentioned earlier, skin helps prevent skin aging, age-related issues, signs of aging. Helps to balance hormone levels, because it's calming and relaxing. It can help with sleep, digestive support, and as I've mentioned before, inflammation and pain. So it's not called the king of the oils for no reason. It just has so many benefits. You know, I've sort of likened it to an adaptogenic herb, and, you know, in Ayurveda. That's an herb that's more, when you call something an adaptogenic, it's really working more on sort of the nervous system, and frankincense works more than just the nervous system. Really has some systemic benefits. So you can utilize it by adding a couple drops to your lotion that you already use, especially at night when our body's going into repair and regenerative mode. For oral health, a couple drops in water, and then you can swallow it to confer those benefits into the body, as we've already mentioned, in a cellular level. Cleaning the air or calming, you know, diffusing it. The bath. If for women, if you have, you can either do this with a tampon, or you can do this with you can do it with coconut oil and freeze it. And I think they're a little, you can get smaller size ice cube trays, because obviously you wouldn't want to put an ice cube regular size inside your body. But if you didn't want to use a tampon, you could use coconut oil and turn it into a melt that you just then leave in overnight with frankincense and tea tree oil and the coconut oil. So whether you're using the tampon or not, you can do the, coconut oil is involved in both of those. But you can Google, or I can look it up and put it on the event page if you can do it without the tampon if you want that recipe. So really helpful for vaginal itching. So there are a couple recipes I wanted to share with you. And if you wanted to, when I did this webinar before, folks took a screenshot. Excuse me. So if you have an iPhone, I know it's the home button and the on-off switch. And this actually is from Dr. Axe's website. So if you're not taking a screenshot and you need more time, let me know.
Oh, wait a second. Shoot.
Okay. And then here's another nice recipe for sleep-inducing facial cream or body rub. So not only do we have frankincense in here, but lavender, which is notoriously a calming oil as well. And just a really nice, nourishing cream or body rub to set you up for sleep. And also to set you up to creating healthier skin overnight. So any questions or comments from anybody? Do you want me to go back a slide?
Yes.
Is that you, Donna?
It is.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've heard so many wonderful things about you.
Thanks.
It's lovely to be here.
Let me go back up for you.
Wonderful. And I'm going to take a picture. Okay, what's this? All right, I like that. I had to go find my phone.
Yeah, that's what I figured when I saw you walk away, and then you came back with your phone. So great, you got them?
Yeah, but I thought I was off. You can see me, but I can't see myself on this. I thought I was off the screen.
No, you'll probably be back in a minute. When I'm done with my PowerPoint, I'll come back to the main screen. So if you're interested in getting some frankincense, December is a really great month to do that with doTERRA, because every December they do this promotion where if you order 200 parts per volume, they do it that way because dollars don't translate across the world. So it's PV is what they work with. You'll get the $75 bottle, which is a 15 ml bottle. So it's about that big. It lasts a long time of frankincense for free. So it's a really nice opportunity to get yourself some frankincense and then maybe use the some of that 200 PV to get some nice gifts for the people in your life for the holiday season. So I can help you figure that out if that's something you're interested in. So let me just stop this share and we'll come back. So let's see here. Quinn asked about, she can't talk, her mic isn't working, about if there's an alternative to the olive oil on the body rub. Mine is so pure, it smells like salad. Well, yeah, I would recommend jojoba is always a lovely option. That's what I use for my massage practice, is jojoba oil. Good. All right. So that will work for you. Yeah, it's a great oil. It's very neutral. And I find it's, olive oil is not so neutral. So I agree with you there. And it allows the essential oils to shine when you have that sort of neutral oil of jojoba. Great. Any other questions or comments? Donna just walked away again.
No, I'm right here. But
okay.
Believe me, I'm listening. I just don't like to be on that video screen.
Oh, we know what. You can also shut your video off too.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
It's on just so you know, for future, if you come on other webinars of mine or anybody's, on the bottom left hand of your screen, you've got your mute button and stop or start video.
Oh, right. Oh,
So
thank you.
you can shut that video down.
I like looking at you, but
But we're about to wrap up anyway, so you're not going to be
Oh,
on here too much
oh,
longer.
I apologize for being late. I just had a delivery.
Oh, that's okay. Not at all. If you want to go back and catch the beginning, it's recording, so I'm going to post the recording on the event. And if you have any questions or any interest in getting some frankincense, just let me know. Because it is. I didn't get how special the oil was when I first started working with the oils, and it just wasn't something I utilized. And now that I've been working with it and learning about it, and actually, you know, just getting it on and into my body, I have really been blown away by its power. You know, it's a highly energetic oil, and it is if you're going to have an oil around, if you don't know what oil to use, you choose frankincense, because it really just has so many amazing benefits. So Quinn says, you look lovely, Donna.
Oh, thank you. I don't know, I just had a dryer delivered, so I've been downstairs. Anyways, I'm going to listen, but I'm going to be in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Quinn. You know, the price is, it is a pricey oil, but as I've said, I mean, this is a great month to get it, and it does last a long time. You know, because these oils are so concentrated, and you know this, Quinn, if you've worked with these oils some, that they last so long. You don't need more than a drop or two. And another great use for frankincense, I don't know why I didn't write it in there, because I did a whole class on headaches and oils. A drop under the tongue or to the top of the roof of the mouth, especially if you have any hint of it, if you get migraines. I don't get migraines, but those that have on our team have said that can be super helpful. I do just get some tension headaches, and I have found that it can be helpful for that too, along with drinking a little bit of lavender in water sometimes too, before, if I feel like I'm getting a headache. So that's another nice way to utilize frankincense. And frankincense and lavender do pair really nicely together. So you'll see that in recipes and for sleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's no fun. Yeah, detox. You taking some charcoal too, Quinn? Some activated charcoal to help mop up some of those detox. Yeah, okay, good. All right. So, all right, ladies. Well, thank you for taking time out in the middle of your day. And Donna, I'm happy to be connected to you now.
Me too. And I'm going to listen to the replay when it's
okay.
available.
Great. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And Quinn, maybe I'll see you this week. Oh, gut biome. Yeah, it is said to support the gut biome. Absolutely, with frankincense. I haven't delved into that piece, ironically, too much about how. You know, like, but I know with the cellular support that frankincense gives, I have to imagine, you know, it doesn't just target certain cells. It's going to target the cellular support in the gut. But I'm going to do a little more research actually about how and if it's impacting the bacterial, because that's one of the things I do, Donna, is gut health.
I'm very interested.
I don't know specifically, but it'll be fun to research, and then I'll let you know.
Wonderful. And thank you for allowing me to listen.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it worked out that Heather
Perfect.
connected.
Perfect. And I just had this dryer delivered, and I was hoping, you know, they gave me a window. I was hoping it'd be later today, but it wasn't. Sorry.
Well, inevitably, deliveries like that are never on our schedule.
No.
But you got a dryer, so that's helpful. You're welcome, Quinn. Hope to see you at class this week. So have a wonderful, sunny, snowy day, ladies, and I will be in touch soon.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.